Hello everyone, and welcome back to Arm Collecting. Today I'll be showing how many Monarchs I have in my coin collection. First coin is this 2023 King Charles III £1. On the obverse it has the bust of King Charles III, and on the reverse it has some bees. Next coin is this Queen Elizabeth II £5. On the obverse it shows Queen Elizabeth, and on the reverse it shows a symbol celebrating the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. Next is this King George VI crown from 1951. It celebrates the Festival of Britain. On the reverse you can see George and the Dragon, and on the obverse you can see King George VI. Next is this King George V half crown. On the obverse you can see King George V, and on the reverse you can see the symbol. This coin is from 1916. After that is this Edward VII shilling. It's from 1910. On the obverse you can see Edward VIII, and on the reverse you can see a lion on top of a crown. Next is this Queen Victoria crown from 1889. It was made to celebrate Queen Victoria's Jubilee. On the obverse you can see the crowned portrait of Queen Victoria, and on the reverse you can see George and the Dragon. After that is this King George IV crown. Sadly, my coin has been made into a pin and has also been polished, but apart from that it's still in good condition. On the obverse you can see King George IV, and on the reverse you can see George and the Dragon. After that I have this King George III shilling. It's from 1815 and is in really good condition. On the obverse is a portrait of King George III, and on the reverse is a coat of arms. Next is this King George II shilling. This is also in quite good condition. On the obverse is King George II, and on the reverse is a few symbols. Coin is a William III farthing. As you can see, the portrait isn't in good condition and the coin itself isn't in good condition. You can just make out a portrait of William III on the obverse, and you can just make out a Britannia on the reverse. Skipping quite a few monarchs. Next I have this Charles I penny. This coin is from 1630. On the obverse you can see a portrait of King Charles I, and on the reverse it's quite worn, but there should be a coat of arms there. Again, skipping a few monarchs. Next is this Elizabeth I shilling. This shilling is very worn on the obverse and you cannot see the portrait, but on the reverse you can see the coat of arms. This coin is from 1592. Lastly is this Edward III halfpenny. It was made between 1344 and 1351. On the obverse you can just make out the portrait of Edward III, and on the reverse is a long cross with some dots. That's all for today. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe.